Welcome back to our attendees. Our next speaker, Mr. Zeeshan Ali, Sales Engineer for the MENA region at Citrix. Speaking on today's topic will be modern workspaces for the free zone sector. Over to you, Zeeshan.
Hey, good afternoon, Oman. First of all, thank you very much for taking time out for this presentation, and I hope all the sessions you're going through is informative for you. And I'm looking forward for this session as well. And if you have any question in this session, feel free to ask out, and we'll try to answer it after the session. Thank you. So in today's session, we will be talking about the modern workspace. Recently, we have seen organizations are looking to enhance the end user experience, provide the better user experience to the user, at the same time making sure that security is there and everything is under control within the organization. So we'll be covering about this modern workspace, how Citrix can help your organization to achieve the better user experience, and at the same time making sure that security and compliance is taken care. My name is Zeeshan Ali. I'm Senior System Engineer from Citrix, working with Citrix for now more than 7+ years. So let's get into this session now. So let's start with the current landscape. We have seen, all our friends have told about the pandemic. We have seen many organizations moving from office, working within the office, to remote work. Many of the users have started working remotely, and even many organizations are looking on how to deliver the services to user remotely and making it secure at the same time. So while going towards the remote work, or while delivering the services remotely, there are several challenges that organizations are facing. The first and foremost that I'm looking here, that you can see here, is actually about the security and compliance. Now, since the users are actually moving outside the organization, so security and compliance is the biggest challenge that organization has to cater. They have to make sure that whatever the device their users are coming from, even if it's an organizational corporate device, or if it's a personal device, things should be in control, and corporate data shouldn't be given out, or any data leakage does not happen. At the same time, when the users are accessing remotely, the user experience is also more important. With VPN and any other solution that organizations are looking to, they are not optimized enough for the bandwidth changes. They are not optimized enough to provide the better user experience. And with many people working from home, and the network is not there up to the mark, or there are multiple users connected within the same network, so it actually affects the end user performance, and the sessions disconnect. Users are trying to connect again. Many downloads, uploads are very slow. So there are so many issues that users are facing. And this actually affects the productivity. When the user experience is not good, they just try to stop things up because it's not connecting. They start to talk about support. They start talking about, okay, my session is not working. I'm not able to connect, and all those things. And the backend side, if you see the IT team, since the applications and desktops and devices that the users are connecting, those updates, those patches to be delivered via VPN or via remotely is a challenge for them. So organizations are looking for a solution that can provide a centralized management to them. And one of the things that organizations are looking at as well, so in this time, they cannot extend their data center resources, they cannot add more servers. So they are also looking to extend the resources into private clouds, or similar to Oman Data Park, or even other locations if they have a DR site or something. So they are looking to host some of the services from there and deliver the services through these extra locations without any implication of services, the downtime, or any user performance and all. And last and most important, IT team and organization wants to be agile, so they can embrace any new changes, they can embrace any new technology, any new services. So they should be ready to all this thing, or to accept all the new challenges and all new technologies. So these are what the organizations are looking for, and these are the challenges they are facing. So what exactly solution they are aiming towards, or what is the desired situation for these by these organizations? So desired state here is actually a unified workspace to be provided to the end users. This unified workspace means that we call it as a modern workspace, that we call it is one unified portal where the end user logs in with one single credentials. It can be Active Directory username, password, and OTP. It can be Azure AD plus MFA, or it can be Okta. It can be any of the authentication method that organization is using. So once the user logs in, he can see all the list of applications that is assigned to him, all his data, and if there is a VDI, that is also assigned to him. So it is like one single portal. Coming from any device, he can have access to this portal. So he don't have to go through for find any other links, credentials. It is all single sign-on once he logged in into this workspace portal. So this way, we are saving his time to search for the links, search for the credentials for those multiple sites. It will be one single location and no other multiple credentials. Plus, this also helps in the protocol should be efficient enough. The changes or network changes that are happening, those can be adopted easily. And last but not the least, any device from which user is coming. So be it his laptop is not working, or he doesn't have any corporate device, so he can even bring his personal device as a BYOD, and he can connect to corporate resources securely. But with the security and the framework around those application set, corporate data is all secure. No corporate data is getting leaked out of the session. Even if the user try to take a screenshot, if he's trying to have a keylogger or something to check what is going on, it is completely blocked. No copy paste allowed, no local drives allows. Everything is restricted and controlled by the organization. So it is taking care of two important things. One is the security, which means that the corporate data and compliance is in place and intact. Number two, it is taking care of the user experience. So how Citrix is tackling all these desired state, what Citrix has it available for the customers or the organizations to solve this out. As at Citrix, we believe that it is not or thing, that is user experience and security. It is and both goes hand in hand. That security and end user experience has to be there in all the solutions. So without giving away any security or without compromising on any of the point, we will come up with a solution which is at one point it giving a best user experience, and at the second place it is making sure that security is and compliance is on the top of our mind. So keeping this in mind, the workspace that Citrix is providing, as we said, the user is coming from any of the devices. He has the same user experience across those devices. Once he logged on with his credentials, he will be able to see. He doesn't have to search for multiple resource locations. He doesn't have to search for multiple storage repositories. He doesn't have to search for multiple passwords, credentials, or even links to connect. So everything is available into one single workspace. And if you see this user console here in front of you, you can see it has got applications, it has got desktops, and it has got files all into one single place. So if I want to use a Excel, or if I want to use any app on the device, regardless of which device I'm connecting from, it can be Windows, it can be web, any Mac, it can be Linux, it can be thin client, it can be zero client. So regardless of the device, the experience remains the same. Now let's talk about how the resources or locations, as we said, started with, that might be organizations are actually facing issues on extending their data centers, and they don't have enough resources available in the data center. So they can even opt in for co-location like Oman Data Park to be hosted their services, and they can deliver those services from Oman Data Park as well, and as well as from their data center. So when the end user is connecting, once they log in, they will see the list of applications hosted in both different locations. But for users, it is regardless where it is hosted. All they can do is all they just need to open the application, and they will be the connectivity is all taken care by backend through Citrix. And as an IT team, they have got one single management console, that is Citrix Cloud, that what we call it's a SaaS model for management of Citrix. That is one single management layer that is hosting the Citrix infrastructure, and workload is hosted on multiple locations. So if you examine this diagram over here, for IT, it is one single unified console to manage multiple locations. For users, it is one single portal to provide application hosted across multiple locations. So for users, it is regardless, it is hosted within their data center or it is hosted in Oman Data Park. They can be accessing from both the location at the same time. So what exactly is Citrix Cloud in here? So one of the questions in the last diagram that we saw, there is a Citrix Cloud thing. What exactly it means? It is actually a SaaS model for Citrix Cloud layer within your data center. You can host it with Citrix directly, and Citrix will be managing and updating that data center and making sure that it is all up to date and is always green when any new update is coming without any downtime. But the most important part, that is your workload, that is your corporate data, that is your user profile, that is your application, that all will reside within your location. So it can be within your data center, it can be Oman Data Park, or it can be even your private cloud, or it can be even we can have as many resource location as you want. At the same time, all managed from one single console. So what exactly it is bringing for your organization? First of all, expense reduction. So in terms of patching, updating, delivering of applications and any new application delivery. So it is actually centralizing everything for you and delivered from your data center or from one single location. So tomorrow when there is any update comes in, you don't have to go to all the users' machines to update. Will be updated within the data center and delivered to the user. So your IT team doesn't have to run for all the PCs to push the updates. It will be updated within the data center and it will be delivered to the user. Second, since it is within the data center, so in case we can have easily taken a backup, we can easily have a DR site or business continuity site. So in case of any disaster, in case of any upgrade or any patching, there is no downtime that affect the users, and it's all available and you can deliver it as and when required. So it is reducing the risk of downtime. It is reducing the risk of leakage. It is reducing the risk of failure of updates. So when you're pushing the updates and end user machine is down or the network is not connected, so pushing updates are not done. In this case, since it is within the data center, it is delivered as a service from the data center. So it is always 100% update confirmation that the user will be getting up-to-date application every time they connect. So it is reducing that risk and it is giving you more flexibility to deliver more applications, to adopt new services, and easily can be delivered to the users. It will also help you to increase the revenue since you can add more users, add more departments, add more branches, and start delivering more services. So it will help you in achieving more growth for your organization, as well as it will help you to extend your services to multiple locations, not just limiting you to one single location. You can have it in UAE or in other locations as well. You can have the services hosted on multiple locations, but managed from one single portal for you. So, and your users can also be divided or across the countries that are accessing it from. So these are the main key takeaways from what we discussed. And I have a quick demo that I will just have a two minutes demo for you. What actually by user experience I meant for. So in terms of Citrix solution, they are actually helping you to embrace new technologies and allow you to extend your services wherever you want. Number one. Number two, it is actually enabling you to extend your services not just within your data center. You can start in embracing hosting it outside your data center as well, similar to Oman Data Park and other locations. And plus single unified access, single authentication for the users, and also help you to achieve the zero trust when you're looking for, since everything is within the data center and all the security and compliance can be taken care. So I'll just quickly show the as a user experience how exactly it is meant for user. So as a user, I just logged in here with my credentials. If you can see my screen here, I just logged in with my account, and now I can see the list of applications. And these applications are not just Windows application. It can be SaaS, it can be web applications as well. And second, it has got the desktops, it has got the files all available within this portal. So everything is hosted within one data center. Second, and most important, it is actually for the user. They don't have to switch between the application. They don't have to switch between the multiple sessions. Everything is available. If you see this, I have a big list of applications in terms of SaaS, Office 365. It can be web applications. It can be Windows application. Once I log in, I can single sign on to any of the application I want. I can have my desktops available. It can be a Linux desktop. It can be a Windows desktops. And last and most important, my data. So data can be my network drives. It can be my, if I'm using Office 365, so I can have OneDrive for Business connected over here. I can have my internal drives as well. So it's all available as one single workspace portal that you can connect to. And plus, if you see this main experience here, it's like a feeds relate can even without even going to the application, I can see these feeds and I can accept or deny any request that is coming up. I can open a new request, a new ticket right away, right from the workspace without leaving this workspace, without opening any new application. So I'll just open an application for you. Let's suppose I'm just opening a Salesforce. So it just open up within the workspace. And as soon as I can workspace, I think, Melvin, we can answer it as well if we have time for answering the questions.
You're done with your presentation, sir? Zeeshan?
Yeah.
All right. So if attendees have any,
but yes, I'm yes.
Yeah. So if attendees have any questions, please do put your questions on, and we will pass it on to Mr. Zeeshan. Thank you, Zeeshan, for your presentation, and we will come back with the next speaker now. In the meantime, reminder for the contest. Otherwise, I will be taking the gifts home. Thank you very much. I'll come back with the next speaker.